In this video, we're going to be looking over this Olympus Infinity Stylus Zoom 140 35mm film point-and-shoot camera. And my goal here is to demonstrate the function of this camera well enough for you to see it in front of you, almost as if you were holding this camera in your hands and inspecting it yourself. So in order to do that, I have a scrap roll of film and a battery, and we will get started. First of all, we can open the battery compartment right here on this end. It takes a type 1, 2, 3 battery. You just put that in like that, snap the door shut, and then if we open this up, we can see the lens extends, the flash pops up, and the zoom. If we go for wide angle, or that's telephoto, and wide angle this way, that works. So I'm going to close this back, and we see that the flash retracts, the lens retracts, and can push the cover closed. Now let's try some other things. We're going to open up the back door here. We pull up on this latch, open that like that. While we have this open, we're just going to inspect here and make sure that this whole path here, that the gasket on the door, that all looks good. There's some pretty serious looking optics in there. And on the film door, we got the pressure plate looks good. And the gasket that goes all the way around here is all continuous and good. And the foam here around the film window is there. Okay, now let's load this scrap roll of film. We're going to put that in on this side. Pull the leader over into the take-up area and close the door, and we'll open it here and turn it on. And you're going to see right here it advanced to film position 1. The flash came up and the lens came up. So now we are going to first of all set this at so the flash is off, and then we'll just watch here with this bright light right into the front like that. And I saw the shutter open and close. I'm going to try that again, but we're going to take this bright light away from right here. I know that now you can hardly see it. It was a slower shutter speed. Now I'm going to set this for flash. Okay, now it will flash for sure. I'm going to just point this off this way. And the flash worked. And then we can set it for a different type of flash with this red eye right there, and it should kind of flicker flash. And it certainly did, so that worked. And now we're going to check out the self timer, and for that I'm going to turn the flash back off again there. And to set the timer, we push this little button right here, and also the shutter button. So now we see this little red light has come on right here, and we'll just watch it complete its cycle. It'll start blinking, there it is, and it completed the cycle. At this point, it'd be a good time to look at this series of dashes right here. That is for the quartz date feature, which is controlled by these buttons right here. And if we take something like this mechanical pencil and push on the mode button, we see it comes up here 9711, meaning January 1st, 1997. It's way past that now. So if we hold the mode button in, the 97 starts flashing, and if we push the set button, we can see it's counting up 28, 29, the year 2030, and then back to 97. So it actually works up through the year 2030, which there's quite a few years left. And if you wanted to, then once you set that, you can set the month and the day and the time by using the set button. And if we set the mode, you can have it January 1st, 1997 if you'd rather have it formatted like that, or the time, or just all dashes like it was. Well, so now I think what's left to do here is just to finish off the roll of film. 7, I think it's only about 8 on here, and then it will now go into the rewind mode. The lens retracts, the flash goes down, we hear the motor running if we were to look at the display on the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it'll wind a little bit to make sure it winds all the way into the housing, and stop. And shows the flashing E, which means that it is now safe to open the back of the camera and all of the film has been wound back into the cartridge. A few more things about the camera. Cosmetically, this one has some wear. These were typically, as a point-and-shoot pocketable camera, they were made to be stuffed into pockets, and they get little abrasions and things like this. Has some here on the edge. There's some little gouging and stuff, and a little bit down here and a little bit down here. It's all cosmetic, and the plastic shell has protected the camera well. I did verify that the little dioptric adjustment for the viewfinder works well, and for people that wear glasses, it's helpful to be able to set that so that when you look through the viewfinder, you can see without your glasses and see it clearly if you like to do that. And that works. So I'm going to close it up, and I will remove the battery since that's not included in the sale, and close the door. And it has a nice Olympus strap with this Olympus name piece here and this strap. So, fairly nice example of the Olympus Infinity Stylus Zoom 140 with some cosmetic wear and tear, but as we've just put it through all these paces, it seems to be in good functional condition.